So I wasn't sure if I was going to do this game at first or not, but I figured I might as well. Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga. Everyone's heard of this probably, and if you have not, I'm surprised, but basically, I think it actually started with Star Wars. Someone decided to make a Lego version of Star Wars, and that just started this whole Lego series. We have Lego everything now. There's Lego Batman, Lego Indiana Jones, Lego Star Wars. Literally, all it is it's taking any series or movie and making a Lego variation of it. And they're actually fun. I mean, they're supposed to be kids' games, but I know plenty of adults that play them too. And they're just entertaining because it's literally a Lego version of this, so they're very kid-friendly while staying entertaining at the same time there. Like, this, it follows, the story of Star Wars. Like, you start with the Cantina here, where you can go to unlocked, stories. Usually you need to play through the order, like, you gotta play episode 1 of Star Wars, then 2, then 3, and whatnot. And it's kind of funny, because in the Cantina here, you can just randomly attack people if you want to, like that. Or people blow up, they just blow up in little Legos, so very kid-friendly, but still entertaining. Some characters have, like, Darth Maul here, they have the Force, so other characters use blasters, some use lightsabers and whatnot. And all you do is you just go into whichever story you want to enter here. Like in this case, episode 1, Secret Plans. And once you beat it, you can choose to free play with any character you want, or replay the story mode. And that's always entertaining as well there. Let me see here. So, I enjoy Lego Star Wars. Now, everyone starts off with the, typical Star Wars thing where, shows the scrolling text and it's talking about, the current story about what's going on and whatnot. And I'm assuming Prince anyone watching this is familiar with the Star Wars theme. Now, I like Star Wars a lot, and I like Lego Star Wars, but I have to admit, this game I'm not quite as big on as some of the other variations, like, Lego Star Wars for the Wii or the PS3. And really, I think my big reason for that is just because this game is really motion control heavy for the whole Force aspect. And what I mean by that is, let me see if I can find any guys here. What I mean with that is, and I mean, I get it makes sense because, it's the DS version, it's all about, touch screen and whatnot. But in most of the other games, like, when you see an enemy, you tap a button, and you can just use the Force on them to move it, or to move them. In this game, you see an enemy, you see this little thing down here, you gotta move the stylus, and that moves them around. And I don't know, just to me, it's tedious, to be honest with you. Maybe it's just me, or maybe I'm just doing it wrong. But the fact you gotta be hitting the stylus, but, you gotta be playing your stylus and tapping the touch screen while in the middle of playing, I just don't really care for it myself. See throwing guys around there using the Force. Yeah, and that's probably just personal preference, but that's just me. Aside from that, though, it's just like every other Lego Star Wars game out there. You can replay missions. You mostly just go around slashing your way through guys, but it is broken up with missions that are different from the other ones. Like, here you can do the rebel attack on the Death Star, and this is like actually a space-based mission here. And you get your little cutscenes about what happened, and the cutscenes always follow the basic idea of Star Wars, but they always got some silly little, stuff to them as well, the way you see them. Like I said, no one ever bothers saying anything. But yeah, like for instance, this is the Death Star run, and this is an entertaining little scene right here. You just fly around shooting your way through stuff, and this is pretty fun as well. I mean, definitely if you're gonna get Lego Star Wars, get the complete saga, because they sold part 1 and 2 and stuff like that, and I don't even know why, because I hate it when they sell something like that, and then later on they come out with a complete saga, and then you're like, well, why'd I even bother getting these other parts in the first place? That's just the way I kind of feel, honestly. Let me see here, but yeah, and definitely, like I said, get the complete saga there, so that way you don't have to worry about the other ones. As for whether or not you should get this one, I mean, if you're a fan of Lego Star Wars or you like silly little games like this, you'll probably enjoy it. And you can get several hours of gameplay out of it just because, you can do your original playthrough. After that, you have all the unlockables, like all the additional characters and stuff like that. And then you can also try and get better scores on missions with collecting these little Lego stuff, which lets you get new things, like, all the new characters and stuff like that. My only really big thing is, like I said, maybe it's just me personally, but I find the motion controls to be a bit more of a hindrance to you. Like, I feel like it more hinders you, honestly, than helps you. So I'd probably prefer to play this on, like, a console or something like that, opposed to the DS. But that's just my personal opinion. And you still get lots of playtime. Graphics are decent, and I mean, it has all the classic Star Wars sound, music, and stuff. It sounds exactly like Star Wars. So my final verdict, if you preferably get this in something else, but if you want to be able to take it with you on the go and you don't mind the touchscreen thing, you'll probably enjoy it. It's a decent game. I'd probably give it like a 7 or 6 out of 10, to be honest with you. Either way, I hope you liked my video, you found it to be informative and helpful about this game. If you have any comments, please definitely feel free to go ahead and comment my video. I always welcome feedback. If you like my video, please feel free to like it, because I always appreciate that too. Feel free to subscribe to my channel here, and I'll be bringing you more reviews like this about this and other games.